Welcome everyone to the 2021 Marble Olympics Race 6. We've had quite the series so far, with only 2 races remaining after this one, a total of 8 races. The points are adding up and people are losing their places and gaining places. Let's see what this race will provide, and let's look at the intro for the race. So as you can see, we'll start off pretty much with a normal starting routine. They're going to go down the swirl, and it doesn't make too much of a difference quite yet, and then they're going to go to the triple diamond section here, and once they get through that, they're going to go to the more open area, which you can have time to pass someone if need be, and go into the swirls and stuff. And there are chances of people losing, falling off the map, so they're going to have to try and focus and make sure they don't fall off the map. Now they're going to be going down the mountainly spirals of mountainous. They're going to want to try and avoid the red little obstacle things that will slow them down. Now this race is just an intro race, so the points will not add to their final score here. This is just a practice run. Now if you fall down below, you do actually have a chance of going faster if you do than if you are on the top. And then once you get through this area, there's multiple sections here that you can go. So yes, going down below is probably the fastest route to go at the start. And then they go down the tunnel, which you can slow down in the tunnel, and if you do, you end up going really slow, and then you end off finishing up the race with a 2-splitter section. And that there is the race. Now before the race fully starts, here are what the scores were from the previous race, with Germany, Slovakia, and South Africa in first, second, and third. Now let's head down to the first race and see how it goes. This is going to be race 1 out of 5. This is a slightly smaller map, so we're going with 5 races. And as you can tell, this race is sunset themed or sunrise themed. It's nicely oranged, so it's a nice color scheme going on here. And it looks like we got Slovakia, Philippines, South Africa, and Mexico, I believe, up in first, second, third, and fourth. Not too bad. Slovakia trying to keep up, and then Philippines catching up now. Slovakia not that far behind. The turns can really prevent people from gaining altitude of speed. And the Philippines up in first place, not trying to lose their place, because they know they need to get as many points as possible. Oh, it looks like the Philippines didn't hit that turbo quite as well as the others did. Mexico now up in first place. Will Mexico fall? Nope, it looks like they're staying on the main path, which potentially could slow them down quite a bit here. Oh, and it looks like South Africa is up in first place, but with now New Zealand and Slovakia up, taking that little shortcut. They're way up in the lead, but that can easily change. And it looks like, nope, it looks like New Zealand staying in first place with Slovakia up in second place. And it looks like we got New Zealand up in third place. That's going to be really good for the New Zealand points. And let's see how it goes. We got New Zealand in first place, Slovakia in second, another New Zealand in third place, USA, Mexico, Australia in fourth, fifth, and sixth, Germany in seventh, South Africa in 8th, Japan in 9th, and France in 10th. That's race 1 out of 5. Let's see how the next race goes. But before the next race, we're going to have to look at the points here. We got New Zealand at a whopping 18 points, with Slovakia in second place with 9 points, and finally USA in third place with 7 points. Let's now see how the next race goes. We're now on race 2 out of 5. I bet the stress has been building up on every single team here since the very beginning, because they know that with only 2 races happening after this one, a total of 8 races, they know whatever points they have is pretty much guarantee what their place is going to be. It's not too much more catching up, we believe, with the points wise, but anything can happen at the end of the day. The Philippines, let's say, could go blazing in the lead, which they are right now, and getting whopping points and ending up in first place with the total amount of points. Philippines doing really good though, with Canada up in third place, trying to see if they can catch up with the Philippines. The Philippines trying to fight to keep their place, hitting the red pegs, causing them to slow down. Canada up in third place with the US slightly further behind. Will Canada be able to catch up to the Philippines? And they do, but then they fall behind right away. And the Philippines are trying to keep their place, while at the same time, US and Canada are fighting to just keep up with them. Now they're going down to the triple spiral abyss. It looks like France has fallen down. We have lost a France. I repeat, we have lost a France. India and South Africa, it looks like took the shortcut. Philippines way up in the lead. And it looks like Canada's up in second and the US in third place. The points are crazy. Oh, it looks like Canada caught up to one of the Philippines. Will they be able to keep it though? They do not. South Africa in first place, Philippines in second, Canada in third place, USA in fourth, another Canada in fifth place, didn't see that coming, South Africa in sixth, Brazil in seventh, Slovakia in eighth, India in ninth, and Japan 10th. And it looks like New Zealand and South Africa are at a two-way tie with both 18 points. And then we got USA and Canada in a two-way tie for third place with two 14-pointers. Holy cow. Let's see how the third race goes. We're now on race 3, pretty much the halfway point. We'll see how everyone starts off here, and it looks like we are starting off pretty strong, not too bad at all. Looks like Slovakia's up in last place. Now they're going down to the triple diamond area, and this will determine the speed and velocity they'll be able to get. And we got India up in first place with Canada and New Zealand in second and third. Anything can still happen with the shortcuts. It looks like Germany's up in first place, losing their place. Now back up in first place, just like that, losing their place, with Mexico stealing that first place with a slight lead. And we got India up in second place last we checked. And it looks like everyone is working hard. Slovakia way in the behind. Not doing too good for them, eh? Now let's look back up at first place here. We got two Mexicos by the looks of it. Not too bad. Germany up in first place, dropping down to the shortcut. Holy cow. I think Germany might actually do a good job here. And it looks like Philippines trying to catch up as well. The Philippines are just annihilating this round. And oh my gosh, did the Philippines just do a trick shot? What? What did the Philippines just do there? That is insane. Holy cow. Will the Philippines be able to keep their first place though? It doesn't look like it. Slovakia went and caught up. They're making their trick shot look like it was nothing. Oh my gosh. Slovakia in first place, Philippines in second, Germany in third, Mexico in fourth, sorry. India in 5th, Brazil in 6th, Mexico in 7th, Canada 8th, South Africa 9th, and China in 10th. Holy cow, Russia stuck. Poor guy. Let's see how the scores come. And that keeps Slovakia up in first place with 22 points. South Africa up in second place now with 20 points. And New Zealand in third place with 18 points, with a tie with the Philippines with also 18 points. Let's see how race 4 goes. We're now on race 4 out of 5. We are heading to the end point here. All the points that are going to be adding up here are very valuable, and the teams know it. And now they're down off the swirly of abyss, and now they are moving down to the triple diamond. Australia, holy cow, way up in the lead. They're not holding back, are they, this race? They know they're not doing the best with points so far, so they can't afford messing up. They're not going the fastest, and it looks like everyone seems to be catching up. They did dodge the red little peg thing, so that is really good. Australia keeping their lead, but they had lost their place a little bit. Looks like Germany and Canada aren't looking too good. Australia is still staying in the lead with Mexico in second place. And it looks like India and New Zealand in 4th and 5th. Brazil also in there in the mix. Not too bad. Oh, it looks like a Canada fell down below in the shortcut area with a Brazil and Slovakia. 2 Brazils. Holy cow, that's not bad. And Mexico went down in the shortcut as well. Brazil keeping their lead. First and second place, if they can do that, this is going to be a whopping 19 points. Will they be able to keep this? We'll have to wait and see. Slovakia not that far behind. One little screw up somehow with the Brazilians. Oh, and holy cow, there we go. Brazil taking first and second place, a whopping 19 points. Slovakia in 3rd, New Zealand in 4th, Mexico in 5th and 6th, Slovakia in 7th, USA in 8th, Australia in 9th, and Canada in 10th place with an India stuck. Let's see how the points go. And it looks like Slovakia be up and chilling in first place with 34 points, and Brazil up in second with 28 points, and finally Mexico in 3rd place with 26 points. Let's see how the final race adds up all the points. And we're now on to the final race, the final points, the final everything that will finally add up to the final amount. They're going down to the swirlingness of the normal abyss, heading down to the triple diamond spectrum of things. Not too bad. New Zealand up in first place, Brazil in second. Slovakia trying to catch up into second place, but it doesn't quite happen. Brazil now up in first place, with New Zealand not that far behind, and a couple others also not that far behind. Brazil fighting pretty good with that last little bit. Yeah, last race they did really good, and it looks like they're trying to keep their streak going with first place. Not too bad at all. And it looks like is that 2 Brazils, first and second? Holy cow! First and second with Brazil again. They are just fighting hard, not giving out to this. Oh my gosh! It looks like Canada took the shortcut way up in first place. Not too bad with China and Australia up in second and third. And it looks like we got a lot more other people who took the shortcut. Canada's just way up in the lead. Everyone gone. No one even around. China's trying to catch up, but will they be able to? They got a bit more speed, but it doesn't quite seem like they kept it. And There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Canada, first place. Second place, Australia. Third place, China. Fourth and fifth place, New Zealand and Philippines. Brazil in sixth. Seventh is France. Ireland eighth. India ninth. And 10th, Mexico. Holy cow. Looks like Mexico and Germany are stuck. We'll see what the final points come to. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Slovakia ended up staying in first place with 34 points, but Brazil wasn't that far behind with 32 points. New Zealand taking third place with 32 points, and Canada in fourth place with 28 points. Let's see what the total points for the overall is. And it looks like we got Slovakia in first place with 95 points. And then Germany up in second place, losing a place with 89 points. And South Africa not losing or gaining a place with 82 points. And it looks like we got Brazil that's gained one place, while Mexico has lost a place. Philippines kept their place, while Canada went up 2 places, while Russia went down a place. New Zealand went up 3, and Australia went down 3. And Japan went down 1, while the US went up 1, sorry. And Ireland dropped 2, while India, China, and France kept their place. It says race 5 end, but it's actually race 6 end. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you in race 6.